Hi lovely people, Julian here. I'm attempting a casting again today and I'm going to go half voiceover because of the Foundry noise. I'd like to have a go at making an axe in bronze today. Not just any old axe, mind you. I've tried to make a 3D printed copy of a 7th century axe from the Merovingian Empire, mainly because it had a few pictures on the internet and it looks very cool. This axe was found in current day Germany and has silver inlay in just lovely patterns. Now there are some complications with this casting that I've not tried before, namely using a sand core. As you can see from my 3D printed model, there needs to be a hole in the axe where the handle will go. Now this adds difficulty to the casting process, especially since I'm a complete nub and also since I'm not very good at casting. Mistakes will definitely be made. Because it takes quite a while to cure, the first thing I'm going to do is make the sand cores. The cores will take up the space that would be the handle in the mould. I'm mixing up some dry sand with some sodium silicate liquid. This will harden the sand when it comes into contact with CO2. I've made myself a 3D printed mould just for the sand cores. Now they're symmetrical, so I can get away with one mould for both cores. Here you can see me adding a reinforcing rod to each core. Now this is the first time I've done this and there were no instructions, so I've made mine too wet. Here I'm using my cyclist's tire inflator, which is a canister of CO2, to harden the cores, with limited success. These canisters are quite fiddly, they run out very quickly, and they're a little bit too expensive for this job, but it's what I had to hand. Once this core is hard enough to turn out, I put some more CO2 on it. And then I repeat the whole process with another core. Once both cores are made, I move on to the green sand. Here you can see that each half of the axe pattern fits together with a couple of pins. Now I really don't know what I'm doing here, as I make some terrible mistakes, so from now on I think this has to be a record of what not to do. Strangely, I think this part might be correct, but almost immediately I lose confidence and remove that core. In hindsight, I think this was a mistake. I then fill up the drag with green sand, tamping as I go. Once I turn the drag over, you can see the friable area where I should have left the sand core in. Really, I should have redone this, but I was a bit confused at this point. Anyway, I continue on and we'll have to rectify this error later. I put the second core on and then I add the final pattern piece. I think this might work okay if the sand cores were good and stiff, but mine were quite soft and fragile. I add the sprue and vent forms and fill the coat with green sand, tamping it down as I go. I then remove the forms and tidy up the surface. Now it's time to remove the axe patterns and that lonely core. There we go. Yeah, this pin. Oh, you little bugger, that's what caused all the problem. Hopefully the core will come out. Oh, this is what I should have done on the first one, obviously. Got to get this out. Then I dig out a space for the core I stupidly left out. Is that even big enough for a core? I guess. My core didn't solidify very well. That's another problem. I don't suppose I need to be worried about the core being accurate down here. It's only around here. God, sand management. It's a big deal, isn't it? Now take this out. And now I left lots of draft. Yeah, this is the problem. This end piece hasn't got much draft at all. It's soft there. That core in. And then put the other core on the top, and I guess that's right, so it goes that way round. Oh dear, right, now that one just goes there. Put this back on the whiteboard. I need to sort out my tidiness. This seems a little untidy. I'm going to make a little divot there. Let's put that core in, restart the furnace. I turned the furnace off because I was taking too long. Right, where's the core? Oh God, what have I done with the core? Oh, it's already on there. What an idiot. Okay, so that one needs to be stored. This one goes there. Let me spin it around. So I've got A pointing up. And then on this, I've got B pointing up, and that should go over there. Okay, let's do this. And this goes over that hole there. Okay, let's relight. Oh dear, I don't think that went well. I think I need my thermometer. I wonder if I can split them. Oh, it's close! Oh my God! It nearly got, it almost got to the end. I don't believe it. That's awesome. It just didn't quite make it on this corner. Actually, it didn't make it along the whole edge. Didn't reach, it was just too thin. Maybe I should have put, I think it must have been just too cold. I guess that was what it was. Or I need to heat my mold. Wow. That's red. I don't know if it's red hot, but it looks like I could at least make an axe from it. Oh, that's exciting. Well, the core is sort of intact. Whether it's worked, I don't know. Well, there's my little bit of metal. It looks like an axe. Stop using my rubber hammer, let's get a proper hammer. I'm going to just rinse this under the tap. Oh, the bottom side is perfect. That's pretty good. Ah, now in there as well, it's quite hollow. So this whole top one really struggled. It's okay here. It's paper thin there. Oh, I love the blade though. Oh, it's lovely. Do you know what? The core worked really well. At least it wasn't, I was expecting it to be like this, like this big. Oh, that was really good fun. And you know what? Even though it's ultimately a failure, that was a great failure. The two moulds where I pinned them, keyed them together, they're perfect. You know, they're like, last time I did it with my gear knob, the mould slipped, but these haven't slipped at all. Right, I'm gonna go tidy this up and I'll be right back. I really like the steps you get with the 3D print. I will probably grow to dislike them, but I made quite a lot of effort to make these concentric. You can see there's a little heel where you've got the parallel lines meeting the concentric. It means there's a slight bump there and a slight bump there. Same on this side. If I go like this, let me focus. There we go, right. So at the back, you see, this half, it's perfect. This was on the bottom. There's the entry point for the bronze. It poured in, but it never really made it to the top half. This is where it's thin. It's like paper. There we go, look, you can see there's a hole. Very thin. But it is only there and there. Obviously, this is not a workable device. I mean, it's kind of fairly thick there and there. I'm sure it would work if you had to go to battle and you had nothing else. But as a proper bronze casting, I think it's a fail. But it's a brilliant object. I love it. I don't really want to melt it. I have got about 3 or 4 more kilos worth of bronze left, so until I run out, I will leave it. But it's a shame, because it's thin, I can't really polish this back end. A handle. I need a handle. Oh, that's a little makeshift handle. It's the other end of my hammer. But look at that! How cool! I can pretend it's in there. Ah, that is just so cool. I'm loving casting. What an amazing thing. I need a thermometer. That's what I need. Because otherwise I'm guessing. I need to remove as many problem areas as possible. I'm going to put my fake temporary handle on it. I'd love to etch some patterns on it. It's very thin, and on this side it's thin. Oh, thumbnail, splat. I'm an idiot. Ooh.